All right, so the method I'm going to show you guys on how to use a drill to start your small engine equipment. This is really more for beginners, but it's something that's very handy, especially if you do this a lot. And it helps in two things. One, if you have a recoil that's a little weak, it's also going to help you with that, because you don't really want to just pull and pull and pull on one of these when you're trying to fix it and get it working, because then you just end up out of breath. So I'm going to show you guys. This is actually a very simple method, and there's kind of a right and a wrong way to do it. But all you got to do is just gain access to the crankshaft bolt here, and this will work for any 2-cycle or 4-cycle engine. And as I said, you have to be safe when you do this. Obviously, I'm not responsible if you screw yourself up in doing it. But how I do it is I get the proper sized socket. And I usually go with the deep socket because it gives me a little bit extra material there to work. And I usually go with the deep socket because it'll give me a little bit extra length to deal with. But first you want to figure out what direction the engine rotates in. So we're going to do that. So set your drill accordingly. And I always started on one of the lower clutch settings. Do not use a pneumatic impact or an electric impact when doing this. Use a drill that has clutch settings. And when you want to start it, you put the end of the drill with the direction of rotation. So you're not going to put it in this way because you don't want the drill to spring up and hit you in the face or mess up your wrist. You do it either against your leg or against you, or against the ground is the safest way to do it. So that's all you do. So obviously this one's not going to start because I still have to do some work on it, but it just saves your arm, saves your hand, your wrist. But like I said, this will technically work for any other small engine. Something like this, you would just take off your starter recoil, and then usually it's a 7/8 or a 15/16 nut that's on top of the crankshaft on these. And then obviously on something like a weed whacker, you would have to take off the starter recoil to get to it. Same with this one. But as long as you can get access to the crankshaft nut that's on that flywheel, you can typically start them with a drill. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick tip.